Hello everyone and welcome back to Windrose. When we last left, we had just got our ship here, we got a crew, and we came back to our little base, and Dr. Galen has some new things for us. I did do some crafting a little bit off camera, and so there's a little bit extra storage here. You can tell I also made this disassembly table to get rid of some old stuff, old armor and whatnot. I had to add in a couple extra crates and storage because I was starting to run out of room. And so basically I filled this up with just some fibers, some stone, some wood, copper, and then this one has a ton more stone, ashes, and charcoal. And so if you look over here, I did some mining, and I mean, we've got 40, 80, 100 and something copper cooking up. So I figured I'd just kind of prepare for some of our future episodes and save time on gathering up resources. But today, let's go ahead and first of all, we got some new discoveries. So when I was out and about, I found palm seeds. So that's yay. We can now plant some palm trees. I also found some ficus seeds. These both of these are kind of rare drops to get. You will just get them naturally by chopping down trees. We also got shrub seeds, and those come from destroying the grass. And so, I mean, when it comes to the resources here, we've covered almost everything. There's two things missing here, and then of course the local threat, which will come later. Under adventure, we have a new quest down here, How My Sea Adventure Began. And it wants us to build the shipwright's workshop at the camp. And so let's run over here and talk to Dr. Galen real fast to see what he has to say about what's going on. We'll see what his new quest is, but first let me make a few bandages. And we will put those there. And let's talk to Dr. Galen. How can I help? The ship is afloat and the crew is ready to sail. We can get out of here. I am afraid that is not possible, Captain. Let's see, do we want to do the what are you talking about? You're saying we can't get away from a place crawling with pirates and the dead, or I can leave you right here if you've grown so fond of the island's palm trees. You know, I'm going to go with that one. I can leave you right here if you've grown so fond of the island's palm trees, Doc. I confess I haven't been completely honest with you. Imagine that. Do you remember that strange artifact the pirates found on your ship? I took service on your ship for the sole purpose of delivering that artifact to the mainland at the governor's request. Let's see, you should have warned me. Are you even a doctor? I want to know who I'm traveling with. And once the shipment reached its destination, they'd quietly dispose of me and my crew. We'll ask, and once the shipment reached the destination, we'll see where they're going to dispose of us. Dr. Galen, we are not pirates after all. You would have been paid handsomely, and I would have returned to my practice on Tortuga. That is, if there is anything left to return to. We still must recover the artifact, whatever the cost. With all due respect, the artifact is not my concern. And what's that got to do with me exactly? Attacking Blackbeard's fortified camps is sheer suicide. They are many, we are few. End of story. Let's go with all due respect, the artifact is not my concern. And Dr. Galen, you are dead, Captain. A bullet through your heart. Thomas Richards killed you right there on the deck. Trust a physician. No man lives through such a wound. And yet you are here, walking, talking, and breathing. I'd wager my scalpel it's connected to the artifact Mr. Richards took. Level. See, how are you so sure? It seems you need a doctor yourself, and that's rubbish. How are you so sure? The governor had eyes everywhere, especially among Edward Teach's lackeys. Rumor has it Blackbeard has a similar artifact and used it to turn men into undead servants. I believe the marks on your body are no disease, but a transformation in effect. None can say how much time you have left. If anything can save you, it's the artifact and its mysterious powers. All right, let's say I believe you. How do we get it? I asked the rescued sailors. They say Thomas Richards, the pirate who stormed our ship, lies holed up not far from here. He set up a fortified camp in one of the caves. There's only one way in, and the gate is almost always locked. You can get inside if you take the black marks from Richard's lieutenants. They are guarding 2 large jungle camps. Let's see. Is something troubling you, Doctor? Just before we sailed, I'm not even going to try to pronounce that name, the Governor Tortuga was killed. Then Thomas Richards stormed your ship. The attack was carefully planned. He knew the route, the timing, and even who had the artifact. That means someone betrayed the governor. By God, I want to get my hands on the bastard. Let's see. Could it have been someone close to him? The more I think it over, the more convinced I am. Governor surrounded himself with men he trusted without reservation. I cannot believe one of them would stab him in the back. You can't trust anyone on Tortuga. I would have disagreed before, but now... Jean-Paul was attacked as he returned from meeting a business associate. Just like with the artifact, the pirates knew exactly where he would be and what time. Could they have planted a spy close to him? Only a few trusted friends knew about my mission. None of them would have made a deal with Blackbeard. We were bound by our belief in an independent Tortuga, a small corner of freedom amid the world's tyranny. I don't want to accuse anyone without proof. I need a lead, something that points to the traitor, or at least shows how he passed information to the pirates. Maybe there's something at Richard's camp. I still have a few questions. That's all for now. Do you have anything for me? So this is interesting. If you hit the, do you have anything for me? He will give you a health potion. It's a minor healing potion, but it's a free minor healing potion, and we never pass up free things.
I remain at your service.
Nothing right now. So, now we have a couple new quests. So we have Revenge is Best Served Cold. Find 4 black marks. The Bitter Pill. Infiltrate Richard's camp. And then, of course, we still have down here How My Sea Adventure Began. And 15 Men on Dead Man's Chest, which actually takes place here on the island. And so, for today's episode, now that we've kind of cleared up all that, we have a few more things to do. But first, we need to build us a nice little base. A little bit better than our little fiber hut here. And so that we can also have a better rested buff. So what I am going to do is, first things first, let's get us a dock. And for that, I'm going to go to pre-built structures, large pier. There we go. And let's see. One. See here. 2. 3. Do I want to go wrong button? Let's see here. Kind of want to go up a step. So, you know what? Let me do this. Let's see here. Where is our stairs? I don't have any good stairs. We can come back to that later. I think I want to go out one more. And since it doubles up here, 1, 2, 3, 4. think those are the only ones that had double posts on them. Yeah. All right. So when you're building, if you look, this white mark, that kind of gives you an idea of how far out from the bonfire you can build. So actually, I want to go, you know what, I'm going to go one more just to be on the edge. And then what I'm doing here, whenever you place down the pre-made pier, it doubles up on these posts, so I can get back some wood by getting rid of that. So now we have our dock that comes out. And we'll do some more decorating to it. And then here, let's see here. We want to floors and walls. Let's see here. See. Okay. Kind of like it right there. So what I plan on putting here in the future, this will be where my merchants are. And then, so one of the things I have is the bell. So I can put down a fast travel point. I'll put that right here. I want to get rid of that. I'll leave that. Then we'll go over here to stairs and fences. I don't have any. When I get some fences, then we will fence that in. Unfortunately, just starting out, you don't have too many options. Now, the next thing we want to build is... Do we even have it? Okay. It looks like we don't have it just yet, but... let's see here. We need to build the shipwrights workshop. But before that, I do need to build a better hut for it. So, let me pull up floors and walls. Is that going to be wide enough? I think so. Let's see here. I think I like this look a little better. Okay. Stone walls. And that is a custom window right there that I will tinker with later on whenever we have some more building options. Then let's see here. Just to kind of outline our windows so they look a little more decorated, I guess. There we go. And let's see here. Floors and walls. Or I want to put a door here, so let's see. I think I'll offset the door right there. And then put a... I think I'll put a window above it. Then... there we go. Button. So here. When you're building, you can click, hold, and it'll let you build like that. So let's go back to our pillars and beams. Select these horizontal beams, click, hold, and wherever that green box is, that is the direction I can go, and then it instantly places it down. So it does kind of make building just slightly easier. Now we need to do a roof. Roofs. So let's see here. Is that gonna connect up right? Yep. That is a very tall roof, but okay. Next we just need to I'm gonna go with this. Then I don't know. There we go. Okay, so we got some triangle pieces. Back here and get the single. Alright, so that's a little bit of a hut coming together. Very, very tall roof, but the nice thing is we can put a flat ceiling up here and turn that upper area into a storage room. Let's see here. Floors. Come on. There we go. I'll figure that next part out later. So one thing we need to build next is, where did it go? Crafting utilities. We need to build a shipwright's workshop. So that will fit nicely, right? In here. That updates our How My Sea Adventure Began. Craft 12-pounder cannons for your ship. So we come in here. And for the 12-pounders, we need copper ingots and wood. So, thankfully, we've been preparing. And here we go. Okay, so we need 12-pounders. Craft. One thing I am going to do is upgrade those, so that they are upgraded to level 5. Our quest updated. What's next? Build a wharf and equip the ketch with the cannons. So in order to equip our cannons, we need to come over here. Go to our crafting and utilities. And we now have the wharf available to be built. Now, in order to equip the cannons we just built, we have our catch. I can repair it from here, manage ship, and I forgot all these goodies that I had on the ship. We got a whole bunch of goodies there. So what we can do now is we take our cannons and we can put them right here. That levels us up, and we now have cannons on our ship. So now we can do sea battles. Some other things we want to do, we want to get our boarding gear, so let's go ahead and craft that. And again, I'm going to pick it up, and then I want to upgrade it. I need to get some more hides, so the next thing we need is hull bracing. I'm going to craft that. I'm really not going to upgrade that just yet. So with the cannons and the hull bracing, there are some that I would like to buy later on. That will give us a better... give us better perks and stuff with the cannons. But now we have our boarding party gear and our hull bracing for a little extra defense. Let me see here. Lots of goodies in our ship that I completely forgot about. Flagship. Actually, so medicine, things that that say they can be sold out to the people of Tortuga, or, you know, here's another one, people of Tortuga. A lot of this I like to keep on my ship, so that way I have it there and I can pull it up later on whenever I go visit those folks and turn it in for some goodies, for some silver. So we have some new updates to our journal. Let's check them out. So How My Sea Adventure Began. Destroy Blackbeard's pirate's catch. Apparently there is a pirate ship near our camp. So let's check out our map and see where this is going to be. Right over here. Way over here where our camp used to be. So you can see where my little boat is up there. So what we will do is I am going to sail over here and we're going to go ahead and finish up this How My Sea Adventure Began. So let me jump on my ketch or my ship.
The ship's under your hand.
I am going to sail over there and I will cut back to when we actually have some fun sea battles going on. See you in a bit.
And never leave your happy homes to sail the raging sea. Never get back down.
Alrighty, we are over here where our quest is, and as you can tell there's Blackbeard Catch,
Have 6 kids.
but it looks like a Blackbeard gunboat and a Blackbeard raider have come also to play. So, when it comes to naval warfare, you have 2 options on your cannons. You have chain shot, which shoots high and is used to basically disable or kind of cripple the sails of a ship. So you see right there, it puts that buff, and it just means that the ship is going to move slow. Man, these guys are brutal. So usually I use that to try to slow down the ship, and then on option 1 we can use our regular cannons to cause damage. Now if you saw right there, I hit the back end of the ship. The backside of a ship is its weak point. And let's see if I'm able to hit from there. Nope. So right there, hitting the backside of a ship, like I said, is its critical spot, and hitting the crit spots does extra damage to it. And let's see if I can at least... Thankfully that gunboat's way over there. Let me... Okay, once you see that it has the 2 little swords, that means that you can board. And so the nice thing about boarding ships, especially in the early game, is I can swing around.
Ease the sails.
Kind of killed my sails to turn fast. So before I hit boarding, I hit my to repair. So what I did there is I had quick slotted. If I come in here, I have a combat repair kit. I picked this up whenever I was sailing around on the way over here. I picked it up on a crate. So what that does, restores 30% ship health over 10 seconds. Taking damage reduces the remaining effect duration. So when you take damage, it essentially can stop you from repairing. When you board, other ships around you stop attacking you. So I always like to start a boarding and then use that to press that to start healing up my ship while I'm boarding. So now we come over here and we do our attacks with our crew. Now this is where having the upgraded crew weapons comes in handy, because they will do damage to these sailors. So we have to kill 7. We've already done 4. There's 5. And since I think my sailors are all level 2, they do just a little bit extra damage. You do have to watch out for the cannons. It can, as you progress further up into the game, these ships do get very, very crowded. Your own sailors can get in the way, as you just saw there, but... And boarding is successful. Woof. That health got kind of low. So, when it comes to boarding, is it necessary? No. But boarding does allow you to get more rewards. So as you can see, I have 50 silver, and then I picked up these provisions. And we also got an upgrade to our quest. Let's see what it says. Head over towards the Tortuga Market, so that's something we can do later on. But back to boarding. Once you finish boarding, you go back to your ship. When you get to the back end of it where you can steer,
Helm's yours, Captain.
that will automatically sink this ship, and then you can get more spoils. So boarding, is it necessary? No, but it does allow you to get extra loot from ships. So like that over there, that Blackbeard hauler, when you see that it has that kind of a open chest above it, that means that if you attack and board that ship, you will get bonus loot from it. So you get a little bit extra from the ships that have that. And so let's see if I can get another one here.
Gunners, move. Broadside.
Going against two ships is not going to be fun, but we'll see how it goes. Like I said, you kind of want to try to hit the back end of the ship where that critical point is to do more damage. You can't always get it, but let's see. There we go. Just as before, I'm going to pull up alongside them. Kind of slow down. Crash into them because I can't drive.
And the cannons. Lead off speed.
Went too far. There we go. Let's begin our boarding. Hit the hill, begin the board. No. Oh, I messed up there. So when that happens, you have to do the run of shame, or in this case... So in this case, I can either call my ship or pull out the little dinghy and sail back over there. I am going to pull out the dinghy and sail back over there. If I can get out of the build menu. So I am going to sail over there and I will cut back whenever we get there. So we will see you in a bit. Alrighty, so I am over here on the island that was next to our ship. So as you can tell, there's our ship. There is the, there's a little container that drops whenever you die. So I will have to pull up next to it. Get my goodies and then get back on my ship. Obviously, the pirates that we were fighting have all despawned and gone away, so much for pulling that. But
Captain at the helm.
the nice thing is, with our ship and having built the fast point, the travel point earlier, so that bell that we put down that now allows us to fast travel when we are at the wheel of our ship, or if you were on the little dinghy, it will also let you fast travel to wherever. So let's see here. I picked up a few things along the way. Let me dump that there. That can go here. Here. Did I put the... I like to keep my silver on the ship. Same thing for this. That can go on the ship. These can go on the ship. Anything, like I said, anything that can that like sell to the smugglers or the people for Tuga or any of the other factions, I like to keep those on my ship. So one, they're not cluttering up my base storage, but two, whenever I'm sailing around and traveling around, I can make sure to turn these in and sell them wherever I'm at. Take that. Pump that in over here. There we go. Alrighty. So let's look at our quests again. So we've kind of updated our quest to the Revenge is Best Served Cold. So we got to find the 4 black marks. We have this 15 min on a dead man's chest. We need a shovel for that. Let me see. Do we have what's needed to craft a shovel? So we can craft planks, a copper axe. You know what? Let's do that. Let's upgrade to a copper axe and a copper pickaxe. So we can upgrade from our stone tools to copper tools. And then what I do is I come over here and with my stone tools, go ahead and just deconstruct them to get some materials back.
Observation precedes understanding.
Let's see here. We want a shovel. Shovel will allow for us to dig for treasure. I like to put my shovel as number 5. And then something, so here under accessories, we have a rings, necklace, and then we have this backpack. And if you saw here a minute ago, we can make a torn sailcloth bag. And what that does, it adds more storage. So with it equipped, we now have, if I take it off, we lose that. With it back on, we gain 4 extra pieces of storage. And you can upgrade this as you progress along in the game. So anything, we can now craft lamps, clay pots, copper pots. We can make copper bullets. So something to note about bullets. Stone bullets, your range damage decreases, not increases. Your range damage decreases by 20% and has poor ballistics. Copper bullets, mediocre ballistics, no damage increase, no damage decrease. So stone bullets are kind of worthless to me. Copper bullets, they're all right. They're better than stone, that's for sure. And if you notice, you make 5 pieces. So if I craft 1, it gives me 5. So 1 copper ingot gives you 5 copper bullets. So it's the bullets are nice if you have a pistol. I don't have a pistol currently equipped, but just know that stone works if you have nothing else, but it decreases your damage, and to me the decreased damage just isn't worth it. But for this 15 min on a dead man's chest, we'll run over here to where the quest is, just not too far from where our base is. And now before we do this, we leveled up, so we have some points to spend. So I'm going to do endurance, vitality, mastery, and agility because our weapon does come off of agility. We can now also spend points in talents, and so we can do what I'm going to go for is retribution, because with retribution your attacks are 40% more effective in converting temporal health into health. So when we get damaged, we have that kind of light red area. This helps us heal faster with that. Another thing I like to pick up is Marathon Rudder for the extra stamina. So we get 20 additional stamina. And that uses up our 2 points right there. All right, let's see. What do we have over here? Come up here to our quest marker, and we can see some skeletons. There's 1, there's 2, 3. So let's see here. Right in the middle of these guys should be where we can dig. So when you pull out your shovel, you can use it as a weapon, or you can press X to go to dig, go to raise, or go to flatten. So like when you flatten the ground, let's see if it'll, there we go. That's a good way to get a lot of plant fiber, is it breaks all the plants around you. So we want to go to dig. And let's see, about right there should be good. Maybe. Maybe here. Well, where is the digging spot? I thought it was right in there. Maybe I was wrong. Let's see here. Got the quest tract. Ah, there it is. Had it right the first time, just didn't see it. So let me run around and pick up all of this fiber. And then we'll examine the chest. An old chest. The chest is battered but still locked. That means the valuables are probably inside. Open the chest. The moment your palm touches the old wood, you hear a familiar rasp behind you, and the air fills with the stink of rotten fish and shellfish. That doesn't smell good. And so let's see here. That is a lot of drowned. Ooh, that hurt. That did not feel good at all. Let's see, 1, 2, there's a few of these guys. Looks like 4 of them. And that just got rid of 2. There's 3. Come on. And there is 4. Alright, let's go see if we can get something out of this chest now. Okay, we got 4 silver ingots. And some gold. Alright, nothing else in that chest. Did we get anything? Alright, so I guess that's all we're going to get from the chest. Let's run back to base. Yeah, I'll run back to the base and we'll cut back once we get back to our home. See you soon. Alrighty, we are back here at the base and we have a new quest update. So, yep, that is where we completed that. We got our guinea or gold and some silver ingots. And I think this is a good stopping point from there. So we upgraded our ship to do some naval combat. We've added on to our base here. And I plan on doing more to this later on. We accomplished a few quests. And we actually progressed to level 3. So I think next time we'll continue our adventure of exploring these undiscovered places to help level up. Same thing up here. Get these so we can level up. And then we will start working on the Revenge is Best Served Cold quest. And some other adventurous stuff that we can do. But we'll start working on the main quest for the Revenge is Best Served Cold on the next one, so we can eventually progress over to the next area. So hopefully you enjoyed the video. If you did, hit the like button. Feel free to subscribe. I want to say that the channel has grown. Currently it's sitting at 28 people, and I am very proud of y'all to, glad for y'all to come and support the channel. So that should be it for today. I hope you enjoyed the video. Like I said, hit the like button if you really enjoyed it, and we will see you on the next one. Thank you and goodbye.